hips in line with the knees in line with the hips, and up we go. So think about the patella tracking in line with the ankles and the hips. From here, just lift the shoulders up, drop them back and take them down. And again, so lift, soften back the shoulders, drop and take down. Just looking over your right shoulder, turning through, just gently stretching out the neck muscles, turn to the center and then over to the other side. Okay, and center. Let's take the legs out a little bit wider, and all I like us to do is just come down into a little squat, yeah? So you can place your hands onto your thighs, you can place them in front of you, however's most comfortable. But if you are placing them onto your thighs, you're not pushing up through the hands, yeah? So let the legs do the work. So come down, that's it, not too deep to begin with. One more time. Okay, now make the legs nice and straight. Take the arms up, breathe in and breathe out. And again, coming up, breathing in and breathe out. Lovely. Leave the legs where they are and open out the arms, and then just come over. So you're going to bring the back of the hands together, and then you're going to open the chest. Yeah, so you're going to bring the back of the hands together and open the chest. So we're mobilizing the spine, and then we can go into strengthening, open and through. Now I'm going to bring my right arm over the top, and then my left arm over the top. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So we're going to reach over, and then the other side. Now I'm going to bring the arm around, my right arm over towards my left, and then my left arm over towards my right. Okay, let's do that again. So cross the body, stretching through the posterior deltoid and through. Okay, let's do that again. So we're going to come forward and then open, and again forward and open. Now I'm going to bring my right arm over. Okay, now I'm going to bring my right arm across the body. Lovely. Then I'm going to come into the center, and I'm going to ripple forward for 2, back of the hands and open, back of the hands and open. And now I'm going to come over the other side. So I'm going to come over to my right side with my left arm, and then bring the hand across the body. All right, let's ripple forward again. So back of the hands together and open. That's it. Lovely. And then take the right arm over, and then bring the right arm across the body, and then go back to the ripple forward for 2, open, and one more time. And then we're going to do that onto the left arm. So you're going to come up and over, and then you're going to bring the back of the hand and back the hand over to the right. Okay, and then from here, just drop down. Just give me a little plie squat. So your toes are coming out to the corner. So just going to go down into a plie. So you're tucking the tailbone under. Yeah. So the shoulders should feel a lot nicer now. Warmed up, synovial fluid, our natural lubrication getting into the shoulders. Okay, so 2 more, 1 and 2. Now I'm going to turn over to my right side, and I'm going to come down into a little lunge, yeah? So down, try and keep the body upright, ribs lifted. Okay, now I'm going to come back to the center into my plie. Now I'm keeping my trainers on because I'm on a hard ground on the patio, but feel free if you want to take your shoes off, socks off, then you can do so, and then come around to the other side. So we go down, I'm just going to do it for 4, 2 and 3 and 4. Lovely. Come back to the center. Bring your arms open. Okay, then from there, I'm just going to circle the right arm and then circle the left. Yeah, so circle through the right and then circle through the left. Leave the arms open, and then just come into a lunge, a little side lunge, taking your body weight to the right and then over to the left. And again, into the right and then over to the left. Go back to circling the arms. So I'm going to circle and circle. 2 more. Lovely. And then take it over to your right side and then over to your left. Okay, 2 more. Take the weight over to your right and then over to your left. Now I'm going to come down, I'm going to bring my arms down onto my right leg, feeling the stretch on the inside of the thigh, and then over to the other side. Okay, and again, over we go to the right, and then over we go to the left. I'm going to add in a little bit of rotation. So I'm just going to bring my hands down to the floor, and then I'm going to take them across to the other side. Okay, my rotation will come in now. So I leave my left hand down and I reach back with my right. And then I'm going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to reach down with my right and then up with my left. So we get a deeper stretch in through the inside of the thigh. But you don't have to, you can stay up tall if that's what you want want to do. Bring your hands into the center and then walk up to the thigh. So I'm going to bring my right hand up and then my left hand up. And then I'm going to come into my cow stretch. So I'm flexing my spine up to the sky, and then I'm coming forward into my cow stretch. And again, so tuck the chin under, draw up. So think about C shape, firing through the abdominals, taking the belly button up to spine and into cow. And again, up we go into your cat stretch, and then through into your cow stretch. Okay, lovely. Bring yourself up to a standing position. So I'm just going to go through some wrists and hands and fingers. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is just push the hands away from you. Yeah, stretch through those fingers and then release the fingers and press the hands together. Lift through, so stretching those shoulders, lifting the ribs and then open. Okay, let's do that again. So you interlink the fingers, push away, stretch those fingers out, palms together, push in like a prayer position, lift up and lower. Okay, and again, so that's 1, push 2, 3 and 4, and again 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Lovely. Bring your feet in together. Okay, take your arms up, breathing in and then forward fold. Drop your head, neck and shoulders and roll past your knees and give me a full roll down. So come down as far as you can towards the floor. Inhale, exhale, and then roll it back up again. Taking your shoulders back and down, lifting up through the arms. Stay here and then go into a lateral flexion to your right and then a lateral flexion to your left. And again, over to the right and then over to the left. I'm going to add in a roll down, okay, but I'm going to shoot down quicker. So I'm going to come over to my right, drop to floor, inhale, exhale, and roll it up. Yeah, let's do it on the other side. So I'm going to go over to my left side, and then from here, I drop into rotation, down to the floor, inhale, exhale, and then roll it back up. Shoulders back and down. Okay, let's go from the top. So the legs are nice and wide, okay? And then from there, let's go into just a little squat. So down and lift, yeah? So not a plie, just push back through the pelvis. So think about not pushing out through the knees, think about the hips, yeah? So think about pushing through the hips. So make sure if your knees are hurting, if there's too much work going on, you're overstretching the ligaments, then bring the legs in and don't come down so deep, yeah? Okay. One more time, and then we're going to take the back of the hands together. So open out, then back of the hands together and open, yeah? And again, forward and open. Now the right hand comes over the top, and then the right hand comes across the body. Okay, then I open and close, open back of the hands and open. We're going to do that all onto the left side. So I'm going to bring it over with the left arm and then across the body. And then I'm just going to ripple forward for 2, 1, and then 2. Now I'm going to go into a little plie squat. So from here, hands down, and then plie. So I'm now tucking the tailbone under. Yeah, so rather than pushing the pelvis back, tailbone stays under. I'll show you sideways, yeah? So notice that under, tuck under and through. So you're not into a squat position, tuck it under. Okay, we're going to do 3 here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, turn to the right. 1, so you're going to your 3 lunges. 2, 3, turn center. Let me do 3 here. 1, 2, 3, and then turn onto the other side for 3. 1, keeping the head, chest, shoulders back. 3, and then center. 1, 2, and 3. Lovely. Bring it up to the top. Arms open, and then just circle around, yeah? Circle through. And again, 1 and 2. Leave the arms open, and then just go into it on the right side, and then over to the left side, yeah? So I'm just transferring my body weight over to my right, and then over to my left. So I'm going to start to come down, yeah? So I'm now going to come down. So I'm going to bring my body down a little bit lower, and take it onto the knee. And remember, you can always take it taller if you want to, and through. Now I'm going to take my hand down to my opposite foot and then change. Yeah, and again, hand to opposite foot, and change. Now I'm going to add in rotation. So I'm going to take my arm behind me and look back. So rotation through the thoracic spine. And again, guys, doing really well. And through. Okay, take it over this side and hold. Just hold it there. And then switch over to the other side. And then hold it there. Okay, come into the center and walk your right hand up to your thigh on top of your knee, and then the other side. I'm going to flex my spine up to the sky, into my cat stretch, and press through into cow. And again, up into cat stretch, and through to cow. Last two. Up into cat, and then through into cow. Lovely. Bring it up to the top, shoulders back and down, interlink the hands, push them away, prayer position, press them together, lift and out to the side into an abduction. Okay, and again, so it's 1, press 2, lift as high as you can, 3 and 4, 2 more. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4, and again, one more time. So 1, press together, 2, 3 and 4. Draw your hands down at the side of you. Jump your feet back in or walk back in. Take your arms up, breathe in. Now breathe out, come over to lateral flexion. Drop down, almost like a monkey squat to center and then roll up. Okay, so it's like a fold. So I lift up and then I go over to my left side. Then from here, I drop down into rotation to center, and then inhale, exhale, and then take it up to the top with your shoulders back and down. Okay guys, I hope you like that little standing routine. If you will, we're going to do some strength work onto the mat. So we should be feeling a lot easier. Lots of mobility going on through the hips and into the shoulders as well. Okay, so standing up nice and tall. Think about your hips square, yeah? Firing up through the abdominals, nice and strong in the mind as well. Inhale, exhale and roll it down. Forward fold, roll it down. Okay, walk your hands away from you and just stay here into your down dog or calf stretch position. So your heels are down and stretching out through the calves. Okay, I'm going to come down onto my knees. Yeah, I'm going to inhale, exhale, press into my hands and push back. Yeah. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder through the shoulders, just come down. So I'm almost, then I come back into my down dog or my calf stretch. And again, so almost, and then bringing it back. If you want to bring the knees all the way down, then you can do so. Okay, we're going to do this one more. So I'm almost there on the mat, and then I lift back. One more time, I'm going to come all the way down, slowly, 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 drop down onto the knees, walk my hands away from me, and then I come down into my child's pose. So I'm sitting back towards my heels, head down, arms nice and long. Okay, we're going to go through a shoulder stretch to begin with. So I'm going to thread the needle. So I'm going to sit back slightly, I come away from my heels. I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to drop my shoulder down to the mat, and then from there I'm going to lift up and look up to the sky and follow it through. Then I'm going to place my hand down into a 12 o'clock position. Then I'm going to do the other side. So I'm going to come down on my left arm, shoulder down towards the mat, and then I'm going to lift up and take it up to the sky. Okay, both hands down. So you're onto all fours, okay? Okay, from here, what I'd like you to do is just extend the right leg and then just drop down towards the floor and lift up, yeah? So drop to the floor and lift up. Now, my hands are in line with my shoulders, my head is in line with my spine, so I'm not moving my head around, and I'm making sure my hips are square, so I'm not rotating as I lift. So I come up and through, and again, up and through. And if this hurts your hands and wrists, you can always come down onto your forearms and do it in this position, but we are going to come into this position in a moment. Okay, From here, just going to take the leg out slightly to the side and back in. Now you don't have to go out a long way, yeah? You don't have to go. Just think about a clock. So if you're at 12 o'clock position, you could move out to about a 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Okay, hold. Right, one more time. Okay, hold it center, and then just give me 8 pulses. 2, 3, hold those tummy muscles in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Let's do that the other side. Okay, so settling the knee down onto the mat, and then extend the left leg and then lift and lower. So just lift and lower. So contracting through the hamstrings as we lift and lower. Lovely. Okay. Remember, try and relax the shoulders. And if you're hypermobile like me, my elbows naturally just want to go out. So make sure they're in line with your hands and your wrists, yeah? So make sure, turn them in. All right, now next one, we're gonna hold it up, and then we're gonna go into frontal plane. So I'm just gonna come out to my side and in, yeah? Out to my side and in. So I'm working through the abductor, the outside of the thigh, and into the glute muscles, into the medius and minimus. So it's really important that we work in 3 planes of movement. Okay, then from here, hold it there and pulse for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Drop that knee down. Now drop your chin towards your chest, coming through and arching your spine up to the sky, and then away into your cow stretch. And again, so you come up and through to the sky, into your cat, and then down into your cow stretch. Okay, come into neutral, and I just want you to look over your right shoulder, and then come back to center, and then look over your left shoulder. Again, make sure those elbows are facing one another and not pushing away. And then from there, guys, come over onto your bottoms into a seated position. Okay, so I'm going to keep the legs slightly bent, and I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to place my hands just under my thighs. So what I'm going to begin with, so here up nice and tall, yeah? Your back is nice and straight, your ribs are lifted, and your abdominals are fired, yeah? So I really want you to think about not relaxing this area. Then from here, just shoulders back and down, and then go back into a little half roll back, yeah? And again, so come back into a little half roll back, and then placing your hands there, bring yourself up if you need to, yeah? So your little, bring your fingers, and then push up. Down we go. So you come up as far, you come down as far as you can, as you want to. Yeah, and again. So down we go, and lift. And if you're happy with that, take your arms away and through. Okay, up to the top, and back we go. Lovely. All right, and make sure as you come up to that sort of start-finish position, you're now reaching. So I want you to take the arms away with you. So you come back into your half roll back, and then arms push away. Yeah. So I'm staying predominantly sagittal plane, so forward and back. And then in a moment, we're going to just go into a little bit of rotation. Okay. So I'm going to face forwards, and I'm going to bring my arms down. Now I'm going to take myself back into a half roll back, and I'm going to stay in this position. So an isometric contraction, no shortening or lengthening, just stay where you are. Interlink the hands, and then just come over. So a waistline warrior, twisting over. So we're now going into rotation. So we're now waking up the global muscles, the outer muscles, muscles closest to the surface, and we're going into the external obliques. Okay, if you feel good, take your opposite leg away and just lift it away from the ground. Over and through, and again squeeze and over, lift and through. You've got 4 more. Stay with me. Together, inhale, just kind of marry up the breathing, and don't worry if you don't get it if you're new to Pilates. So we inhale and exhale on the exertion. Okay, from there, lift up and then lower the arms down. Stretch those legs away from you. Place your right hand down and lift over with your left, and then the other side. Down and lift. So lovely side reach. And again, one more time. Over and through. Okay, let's go back to that little hand and wrist sequence. So I'm going to come in, push my hands away, stretch my fingers out, prayer position, lift up and out, yeah? And again, so I come 1, push together 2, 3 and 4. One more time, interlink the fingers, push away, hands together, prayer, lift and lower. I'm going to change the hand sequence, okay? So I'm going to bring my hands, my palms of my hands together, okay? Then I'm going to take it into the interlinked hands, push away. So I want you to think about stretching up to the sky, ribs coming away from the hips and then out, yeah? And again, so I come into my prayer position, then I interlink the hands, lift up and open and lower, bringing your hands down and through. Okay guys, just lift up through the right arm and lower, and lift up through the left arm and lower, and then lift up arms both way into a frontal raise. Turn your palms in towards one another and have a wonderful Thursday, guys. Thank you very much for joining me today for this workout, and I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, it's great to get some feedback, so just let me know on the page or message me, whatever. Just get in touch and let me know what you think. I'd really appreciate it.